In the year of Lucius Licinius Lucullus, Rome was prosecuting several wars of self-defense, most notably in Greece, where Lucullus himself was commanding the legions. With everyone's gaze directed at the provinces, few could have known that a seemingly inauspicious event in Rome would become the central fulcrum around which the fate of the Republic would turn. The paterfamilias of a venerable patrician house had passed away unexpectedly, and a senator by the name of Vitellius Scaevola had made a bid for the hand of his eldest child. His widow alone believed that Scaevola had poisoned her husband and now strove to take his place and claim his property through marriage. Acting in secret, the widow arranged for her youngest child to be taken out of their villa in the dead of night and smuggled out of Rome.
Did you hear me, Domina? Your body is surely present, but your mind seems somewhere else. Do not worry. Events have a way of unfolding regardless of your involvement. Worrying helps no one. I asked the Triarchus how close we are to Lesbos, but he would not give me a straight answer. Indeed. In his defense, there are many islands on this sea, and they mostly look the same. Will you check with the Triarchus? Hopefully he will give you a clearer answer. He told me his name is Geminus. You were the authority of your ancestors well. I'm sure he'll give you what you want. You should also go and thank Quintus Aquilinus. I do believe he saved our lives with his timely appearance at the villa. Thank you for bringing me along. It will be wonderful to see my homeland again. Do not worry. The Vitellius brothers have no reason to do them any harm. Besides, you cannot save them by worrying. Focus. Your mother paid Geminus handsomely to set off in great haste under cover of night. 2 others did board with us, also bound for Lesbos. Young Gaius has been pacing impatiently over there, wearing grooves into the deck. There was a gladiator too, but I don't know where he went.
You found your sea legs quickly, Domina.
You handle the sea better than most. I'm glad. The timing was fortunate, but there is no need to thank me. The consul sent me to get you. Please, call me Kaiser, if it's not too familiar. With all due respect, I'd better not. Ah, she did not keep you apprised. Your mother has secretly been making arrangements with the consul. You will, of course, not participate in the war in any capacity. You are a woman. The war camp of Lucullus is the safest possible place for you. Trust me, you'll be treated with utmost respect. One word of advice. I know Lucullus is a friend of your family, but remember, he is the consul, elected by the people to rule all of Rome. It's best if you don't act too familiar with him in front of his men. For many years I was the primus pilus of Legio Prima Italica, which he commands. He needed someone he could trust to get you out of Rome and keep you safe. I had a brief talk with that gladiator who boarded before us, just to make sure he won't give us any trouble. He seems to have vanished, though. The young man over there, Gaius, is apparently the nephew of the other consul, Marcus Aurelius Cotta. He's here to become a tribunus, a mostly ornamental position intended for young patricians to learn about military affairs. That position has already been filled by one of my centuriones, a good man, easily up to the task. My job now is to watch your back and help you settle into your new life. I won't act like a nursemaid, as long as you don't act like an infant.
I heard she's running from a senator who wants her dead.
Shh! Keep your voice down.
Solway. It is a pleasure. I am Gaius Julius Caesar. Not at all. But keep in mind, I'm not the most experienced soldier either. If you don't play an important part, you will be torn apart. My father used to say. I guess that was his way of telling me to be brave and hopefully not stupid. I was born in Rome, but they say my family is from Alba Longa. To be honest, this will be my first proper battle. I did study a lot, though, and therefore I am well versed in matters of strategy and tactics. That's a long story, my friend. Suffice to say, the powers that be are not fond of me. I have decided that staying in Rome could be, shall we say, hazardous to my health.
What is he looking for?
He's been like this all morning.
What? Yes, Geminus. So, I'm a little preoccupied. Forgive me, I did not intend any disrespect. We have only a short time left to go. If not for the lack of wind, we would be there already. But I will push the rowers harder. Wait. Ah, shit. They're headed straight towards us. They're gonna ram!
Get your father's weapons. Let's see if you're as formidable a woman as Lucullus said.
I'm fine, Centurio.
Form up! Let's get these pirates off our ship!
deadly with that thing.
I've lived other lives before this one.
Where's that gladiator who boarded with us?
Up there!
Never underestimate the value of an impressive entrance.
Please follow my finger. Yes, you'll be all right.
I shall rise again.
To Neptune's asshole, barbarians!
The Triarchus run us straight into the pirate ambush, Spearman. Allow me to execute him right here and right now. This traitor must be working with them. I will make him pay for his betrayal.
It is quite unusual for pirates to attack any ship, let alone a heavily armed Roman galley. They prefer to attack lightly defended coastal towns instead. It's less risky and more profitable.
Well, let's go talk to the man.
Geminos, you steered us into a trap.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I had nothing to do with it, I promise. They came out of nowhere.
Silence! You utter nonsense! By Mars, it is the sea! How can anyone come from nowhere?
We cannot execute a man based on no evidence. Besides, we need our Triarchus to make it safely ashore.
What do you say, kid? What do you think we should do? I'm just a humble Canturio, albeit a particularly well-dressed one. Lucullus has greater plans for you. Your father's dead. The time to rely on others to make difficult decisions for you is gone.
We are, many of us, important people, on our way to join the action against Lesbos. Is it not conceivable that the rebels heard of us? The Kingdom of Pontus is known to sponsor pirates, to harass and weaken Rome. I do not believe we have any reason to suspect our Triarchus of colluding with them.
We are close to our destination, and we can reach it without him. If there is a possibility that he is working with the enemy, we cannot risk to let him live. Mercy, doubt, hesitation. These are all openings that the enemy can exploit to kill you. this man's value to us is far less than the threat he may pose.
No tolerance for failure. Very well. Let us hope you will hold yourself to the same standard.
No one intends to fail. Yet, inevitably, even the gods fail.
No, I had no way of knowing, please!
I told you! Keep silent!
Rowers, up the tempo! And keep your eyes open. Gentlemen, Domina, welcome to Lesbos, the pearl of the Mediterranean.
An ugly nest of pirates.
An impenetrable fortress of pirates, more like. With an infinite food supply thanks to the strength of their fleet.
We shall find a way to limit this infinite supply, then.
You think like an imperator, Gaius. All right, people. This is Lucullus's war camp, the heart of our operations in this territory. You have been seaborne for a long time now. I suggest you walk it off. See the things you have to see, and meet the people you have to meet. The consul waits in the command tent. Don't be too late if you don't want to see him angry. A word.
Shall I leave you alone, Domini?
Stay, Zoe. Your help might be necessary. That wasn't my intention. But if you intend to survive and see this through, you'll have to control more than your temper. I want to make sure we're on the same page. You're not here to fight. Your mother has sent you here to be kept safe, away from your family's enemies. To be honest, I don't think it is wise to send one's daughter to war. Actually, I think it's insane. But what I think is unimportant. My job is to protect you. Of course.
Does Thermus seem like he knows what he's doing to you?
Him and his whole legion seem like they haven't the faintest clue.
Salwe. I am called Bestia Tabat indeed. You fight well. I noticed it. I took the spear from the traitorous Triarchus. You should have it. You may ask, and I may answer or not. Your name is unusual. Tabat is the name that was given to me by my father. Bestia is the name I took when I earned my freedom. I chose it because I have fought and defeated many beasts. I was born in Mauritania, but I am a Roman citizen. Until I undertook this voyage, I fought every single day in the arena. But wars, this will be my first. I recommend you to not die. Honor matters little. He who stands tall in the end will always be the winner. They say Lucullus has the greatest military mind in Rome. I only know he is consul and imperator, but I don't understand what that means. This is my first time seeing a senator outside of the spectator stands. Then, from what I have heard, we are in good hands. It will be an honor to fight for such a man. The punishment for treachery should be death. That is how I grew up, and how I became the greatest gladiator Rome has ever known. All of the lesser ones died.
Domina, I am hungry and my face is wind-burned, but at least both of my feet are planted on solid ground now. To save your life, of course. She firmly believes the Witelli killed your father. Sending you here was the best course of action. The Moirai rarely care about our wishes, and sometimes to do one thing, you have to do another thing. Dominus Lucius Licinius Lucullus was a close friend of your father's, and a supporter of your mother's efforts. He is now the closest thing you have to a father. I would get used to my surroundings and visit the consul as soon as possible. We're here to accomplish something. Time to find out what it is. Besides a good wine, a warm bath, and a thorough massage, not much. Thank you. But you should think about yourself, Domina.
The pirates are getting bolder. They attacked another one of our galleys this morning.
Ah, did you hear? It seems Geminus was in on it this whole time.
What? The Triarchus?
He'd been keeping the pirates informed. This time, his passengers caught him and they killed him on the spot.
Saw Agrippa harassing that old Servus with the limp again.
That small-dicked bully. Did you tell the Praefectus?
He won't do anything about it. Agrippa is connected back home.
One day that man is going to fall out of a watchtower to his death. It'll be tragic.
Don't joke about that kind of thing.
How long are they going to keep us here?
It's driving me crazy too. I came here to kick Mithridates' ass, not to sit on the beach day in and day out waiting for something to happen.
That other legion. Bit wet behind the ears, aren't they?
Everyone starts out that way.
True enough. Soon they'll be veterans too.
Or they'll be dead.
This is not going to work, as long as the rebels keep receiving supplies by sea.
We will need to cut their supply lines. It's an operation for our occulta speculatoris. Well, don't just stand there like a plant. Come on in. By Jupiter. You are just as beautiful as your mother. This is the unique young woman I was telling you about, Thermos.
Unique, you say? Look, I understand you feel indebted to her father, but...
I don't want to hear but. You must trust me on this. She will be a great asset to my speculatoris. A special cohort assembled for particularly daring undertakings.
Soon enough, you shall see the kind of thing they are tasked to carry out.
Who told you that? Listen. Claudiana is protective as a mother should be, but I know how your father raised you. You will not be best served by wandering this camp aimlessly for the duration of my campaign. Your skills make you far too valuable an asset to waste like that. A trial by fire is what you need. Now pay attention. We've been in a deadlock here on Lesbos for some time now. My co-consul, Marcus Aurelius Cotta, is engaged against King Mithridates of Pontus in the east. Mithridates is using the pirates of Lesbos as his navy.
The fortress of Mytilene here is well protected, but it also has a weakness. There's a mountain pass we can utilize. I will lead the assault myself.
I volunteer for the vanguard. If my uncle can defeat Pontus, I can surely handle Mytilene.
So be it, then. Meanwhile, you will prove yourself as a leader, my young ward. Take Caeso Quintius Acollinus, your Servus Cineros, and that gladiator who came with you on the ship. You will meet up with Julius Calidus of my legion Speculatoris. Your mission is to sneak into the harbor and destroy the enemy ships any way you can. I expect you have questions. You have nothing to fear from Julius Calidus. I know him well. You can trust him. Prove yourself, and you will be able to name your companions. However, you will want Calidus on your team. Trust me. That doesn't make what we're doing any less important. Mithridates has a dozen warriors for each of our legionari. Defeating Pontus will require patience and caution. Regaining control of the Agaium Mari is a crucial step in cutting off Mithridates' supply lines. Wait, are those your father's old weapons? I'm sure they mean a lot to you, but look, the leather is brittle. This won't do. Visit my smith Sextus and get yourself properly equipped before you go.
Solway. Interesting. I shall accept this as a compliment, but prepare to be disappointed. To the extent of my knowledge and ability, I shall try to be as helpful as I can. Does it matter? For the sake of this discussion, let us say he was a traitor. In the end, we are triumphant and the pirates are dead. The Triarchus, if indeed he worked with them, now knows he picked the wrong side. In a war like this, allegiances are rarely about ideology. The common person wants nothing more than to be on the winning side, and we have shown Geminus that the winning side is ours. Indeed, staying in Rome became, shall we say, politically disadvantageous to me. That's why I left it. Like you, I've never been to Lesbos before. I did my homework, though, in case you have any questions. Be that as it may, their position here is superior. Mytilene is right next to the sea, and their fleet brings them supplies constantly. It's a stalemate. Lesbos is one of the most important islands on this sea. Some cartographers call it the Horse Island, on account of its shape. Location, I would guess. The island has countless coves and natural harbours for pirate ships to hide in, not to mention the massive fortress in Mytilene. Of course. Fascinating, isn't it? The Legion can build a fortified camp like this almost overnight. In my opinion, that is the foundation of Rome's military might. Wait. Listen, you seem trustworthy. I may have need for your help on a rather sensitive matter. Your caution is well placed, but the sensitivity of the matter is rather personal in nature. I have tried pursuing a solution myself, but to no avail. I've been keeping a detailed account of our journey ever since we left port. Shortly after our arrival, however, the journal went missing. I believe it to be stolen by one of the Centuriones. Roman law is valid in Rome, and our perpetrator knows this. This is a personal matter, and therefore it should be solved personally. I have seen a particular man walking out of my tent. As a matter of fact, I have already confronted him, and he pretty much admitted his guilt. Pain comes in many forms: physical, emotional, and let us say that some men just enjoy inflicting pain in all forms. The Centurio is called Agrippa, I think. He hangs out with his friends near the tent over there. I thought perhaps you could convince him to hand over my journal. Needless to say, I would like to keep the contents of the journal private. I would appreciate if you'd refrain from reading it.
We're in the middle of something, Domina. What do you want? This? Ah, well, this is priceless. A journal written by Cotter's stupid nephew, who thinks of himself as the greatest commander history has ever seen. Why don't you send him back here to beg for it again? I find that highly unlikely. You'll have to try something else. For this worthless drivel? Now that's a bargain. Take it.
What are you doing walking around with weapons like that, girl? The only thing that confuses me is where you got hold of weapons that seem to be older than you are. Help yourself to any of the gear on the racks. Take all of it if you need it. You'll have to bring your own materials if you want any work done. I've nothing to spare. I have enough work on my hands right now supplying the consul's centuriones.
Solway, I see you've successfully retrieved my journal. May you paid out of your own pocket. I don't know what to say. Thank you. I'm literally in your debt. Let no one ever say Gaius Julius Caesar owes money. Here, take it. One last question before we're done. Did you read my journal? That is the most virtuous thing to do, and I expected nothing less of you. Thank you, my friend.
Selway, my girl, do you need anything? That is unnecessary. I just wish your father could see you like this. He would have been proud. Calm your soul, child. There's nothing to be worried about. I am your Patronus now. No one will dare to harm you as long as I am alive. My mentor, Cornelius Sulla, defeated him some years ago when he first invaded our province of Asia. Mithridates exploits the ebb and flow of the conflict between the factions of our Senate. He strikes when Rome is divided, like a vulture circling a wounded wolf. Lesbos has rebelled against Rome. We call them pirates for political reasons, when in reality these people are organized much like a navy. They are allied with Mithridates, Megas of Pontus. He's without a doubt the most dangerous enemy Rome has faced since Hannibal. We served together under Cornelius Sulla in the Social War. He was the most talented spy I've ever known. I know. You're a natural fit for the occultist speculatores. If you're anything like your father, you'll even enjoy it. Pontus is a strong nation. They have conquered Colchis, Cappadocia, and Bithynia. And these conquests have made them bold. Mithridates himself is a fascinating figure. They say he has rendered himself immune to poison.
We might be at the wrong spot. There's no one here.
Lucullus is clearly mistaken. If there was someone here, I would know.
That's a very useful skill.
Hey! Don't move!
Calm down. I am Julius Calidus of the Occulta Speculatores of Legio Prima Italica.
I presume you are my reinforcements. All right, Great Prima. See that warehouse? They store Greek fire there. First order of business is to steal it. Unfortunately, the moment we move into that warehouse, they will sound the alarm. So, we should be quick. By the time anyone comes from the city, we're long gone. There's a small camp of sentries just down this hill. If we hit them first, they won't show up as reinforcements.
But then the ones inside the warehouse will hear the fighting and be ready for us.
You have touched the matter with a needle. The choice is yours, Prima.
Look alive! The Romans are here! How did they get so close? felt that. I see them. Let's get those bastards. We're beating them!
Messed up badly.
It's too much. It's too much.
Aid me! There is strength in unity.
It's all right. You're going to live.
May Hercules! The enemy is upon us! Place them together.
Does this hurt? Good, that means you're fine.
I don't want to die. Every man for himself.
Messing around, huh?
pirates! We're going to die!
I think this is the last of them.
A glorious strike for a feeble old man. What did you study?
Philosophy.
You shall teach me this philosophy, and together we shall slay many foes.
Fight is lost! Retreat!
Be careful with those jars. The liquid inside is highly volatile. It'll make quick work of those ships. Focus, please. This was the easy part. Now we have to sneak into the harbor and burn the ships.
And then we have to sneak back out, one supposes.
Not necessarily, but ideally. Sure, whatever. We made it here unnoticed. So far, so good. Now we just need to get through that gate with the Greek fire. Just one guard. Let's you and I go up there and deal with him, Prima.
As you command.
I will keep my head on a swivel.
I'm taking him. Get ready.
Good. The ships are moored quite close to each other. Fire will spread easily. This part of the docks appears to be infrequently patrolled. Getting to the ships shouldn't be a problem. Let's signal to the others to move the Greek fire crate as close as they can to the galleys.
At once, Prima. Let's go.
I guess we have a couple of different options for how to get this party started. We could lob a pot of Greek fire onto the deck of that nearest galley from the pier below. That would give us a head start on our main objective. Or those 3 guards look half asleep. I'm sure we could take them out the same way I handled this guy here. That means less enemies to fight. I can see the merit of both plans. Let's regroup with the others and then decide.
Are we ready?
We are. How do you want to do this?
Announcing our presence by setting fire to a galley. That is good showmanship.
I think we're throwing away our advantage if we do that. We can thin out the guards a little before they know we're here.
Very good. Stay here. I have the best throwing arm.
Romans are within the city walls!
Right. We have successfully woken up all of Mytilene. We need to burn those ships quickly, or this whole operation will have been for nothing.
Hey, wake up! The Romans have come!
Based on how close the ships are, I believe if we set just 2 galleys aflame, no one can stop the fire spreading.
Aim your jars at the center of each ship, near the mast. If the sails catch fire, that'll do the job.
Come closer. I'll shoot as soon as I see them.
Lie down and rest my eyes.
That's done it. There's no saving these galleys now. I call this a success! Even the harbor itself is aflame. An admirable goal, young Prime. Let us move out then.
Domina. He's a speculator. It would be foolish to trust a soldier whose primary weapon is deception. It can be a challenge if you find it difficult to trust him. But every challenge is an opportunity. Know that he's deceptive by nature and try to learn from him. How do you feel about it? Smells can conjure intoxicating memories. The taste of failure can be equally difficult to forget, though. Are you nervous? Understandable. Every warrior is nervous on the day of the battle. It is perfectly fine, as long as you can still be in control when you draw your blade.
What do you need? He has skill. You can tell by the way he handles the bow and the blade. Some are just born to fight. He's one of those for sure. He will fight until he dies. God save it will be sooner or later. The flames lit the skies in a glorious display of celebration and sent fear to the hearts of our enemies. They must be trembling now. Then those who have seen it will tell the tale. And in dreams, everything is larger. I am not. I have seen these bandits. They are worthless as opponents. It will not be a boring day, for we will be fighting, but exciting. I doubt that.
Something on your mind, kid? I've been a soldier since I was 16. The sound of clashing swords soothes my soul. Don't get me wrong, I love Rome, but to me it represents a short break from war, or perhaps the build-up leading to the next campaign. That's because I have a reputation for tracking my foe relentlessly and striking without mercy, just like an eagle. Thank you. Few people actually earn their name. I hope you will earn yours. I was surprised too. I was told Greek oak is both fire and waterproof, but they burnt easily enough. I wonder what they're thinking, now their fleet is gone. Every problem has a solution. That's what warcraft is all about. Once before, there was another rebellion we had to quell. These lands are beautiful, but the Agao Mare, I wouldn't trust her. She's a treacherous mistress. Don't be fooled by her deep blue eyes. Your duty will probably end at the conclusion of this campaign. People like me, though, our duty ends when we die on the battlefield. I'll continue being the warrior hero, as long as damsels of this world continue finding themselves in distress. I certainly hope not. There was this one girl in Hispania, though. She still haunts my dreams. But I doubt it. Caeso Quinctius Aquilinus shall never be domesticated. In my experience, it's not age that determines the proficiency of a warrior. Not necessarily. Stubbornness and arrogance can also come with age. Look, I have met warriors like, him. Things may not always be what they seem. Wait until you pass judgment. No doubt. A battle is first won in your mind, kid. If you think you're going to lose, then you certainly will.
Salve.
That's close enough. What do you want? Imagine a door that is locked. And imagine you need to open that locked door, preferably discreetly. But someone else has the key. Now, you can always smash the door into pieces with a great hammer. Sure, that works too. Or we find out whoever's holding the key and kill him. A few seasons. Lucullus has a knack for recognizing talent. He immediately saw me for what I was. You're a survivor. Why? Then you've learned something about me already. I'm not exactly known for my obedience. No offense, but information is the most dangerous thing in my line of work. The less you know about me, the better it is for both of us. I am not. Rome is a place of stasis and passivity. Here, I don't have one. Why? Are you going to remember my birthday? Some legionari may be younger than you'd think, but rest assured, I'm not a child.
You seen Aegler again tonight?
All quiet. I've seen her for the last time.
What happened?
She gave me some kind of disease. I'm not the first one either, apparently.
Ouch. I'll stay clear as well, then.
All is well, I hope.
Please excuse me.
Solway.
The smoke of the fires still hang as a thick carpet above Mytilene. I am impressed with your ability to cause mayhem. A bold claim. I wonder if you are ready to prove it. Lucullus has told me much about your upbringing and your training, but war is much different than personal combat. Before we leave, go to the practice area and seek out Garvius, who trains the speculatores. He will teach you a few last important things.
Salve, you must be the woman Thermus mentioned to me. I was warned not to judge you by your appearance. I used to be. Now I train the speculatores. It's how I came by my cognomen. You know how to fight, but you've never been to war, have you? Well, the Legion is marching out soon, so we don't have time for the full regimen anyway. Let me show you how to use a pilum, and maybe how to bandage a wound, if it comes to that. Call over your friends, and we'll get started. All right, let me see how good your throwing arm is. Aim that pilum for my shield. The tip is designed to break off and stick in the shield, making it difficult to use.
You are mostly fine. Get back into the fight.
Keep your head cool, or I'll lay you out myself.
Kill me now.
You must try harder.
flatterers with you.
No permanent damage.
Still standing. Impressive.
I
can't hold them off!
You'll be fine.
Nah, don't feel too bad about that. My men are veterans. Keep the equipment, and let's hope the Greeks go easier on you than we did.
Zoe, Domina.
Did Garwius finish with you? Very good. There's always more to learn, if we live long enough to do so. We shall march through this pass and descend on Mytilene. Providing you did your job well, they should be expecting an attack from the sea, allowing us to surprise them from the land.
Without a doubt. My uncle will crush them in Bithynia.
We have lost enough time, people. It is time to set out. Signal the Legion to assemble.
You have really made a name for yourself in a short time, my friend. Perhaps you would permit me to join your speculatores. With your skill in combat and my strategic mind, as long as we are together, we will...
Ambush!
Battle formation! Get back in formation, you fools!
Marcus Minucius Thermus. Why, you seem to have no command of your soldiers at all. This is the problem with you Romans. Politicians have no place in war. Kill them all! We have no need for prisoners.
The Legatus is still alive. His Praetorian Guard is holding off the enemy for now.
Let's get him out of there! Form up and push forward! I can't take this anymore. You're all idiots. We're going to die. Let's get those bastards!
Mars, take these traitors! Thank goodness you're here! Can you get us out of this fine mess?
Our people are getting massacred! We need to fall back and get Thermos to safety!
Our best chance is to push back where we came from. Then we can join up with the rest of the Legion.
Get back into the fight. finger? Yes, you'll be all right.
My girl, what you did today was extraordinary. I wish your father were here to witness it.
This was beyond duty. I owe you my life. Of that you can be sure. Neither my legionary nor I will ever forget this. In my wounded state, I'm in no shape to command the Legion. And after your actions today, the legionary consider you a hero. You saved their lives. In return, they are willing to die for you. I hereby promote you to legatus. Precisely what I asked.
You will not meet most of them directly. I have already spoken to the Praefectus Castrorum and the Primus Pilus. They are unquestioningly loyal.
Your aim should be to take Mytilene as quickly as possible. With Archelaus in charge of its defenses, this will be no easy task. Archelaus will expect us to be rattled after that ambush. A direct assault will seem impossible to him, which is why we need to attack now.
the favorite general of Mithridates. One of the finest military minds in the world.
His defeat will be a great blow to Pontus.
For now, suffice to say I have other business to attend to.
That is up to you. Gather your advisors and plan your attack the way you see fit. You are in command now. After the ambush, we sent a few men back into the pass to collect the fallen. This blade was brought to me by a centurio. He said he found it on the body of young Gaius. I think you should have it. He told me you helped him with a private matter, and asked me how I thought he should repay you. I told him there would be plenty of time for the opportunity to arise. Now, he will never have that chance. Keep it. I think he would have wanted that.
Arwe Legate! Welcome to the camp. I hope you will find everything to your satisfaction. I am Turius Orestes, the Primus Pilus of Legio Victrix.
And I am Ignatius Naso. I serve as the Prefectus of this proud legion.
The Consul has ordered us to show you every bit as much respect as we did Thermus. He says you fight as well as a man.
I saw you pull the Propraetor out of that ambush and how you took command. Remarkable, truly.
As you wish, Legate. Suffice to say, Naso and I are at your service. We have served together on many campaigns. You can trust us. As Primus Pilus, I am the most experienced among the Legion's 60 Centuriones. I coordinate the command structure in battle, and ensure that your orders are executed expediently and with utmost discipline. I will keep you abreast of the Legion's situation at all times. And I'll advise you on how best to achieve our strategic objectives during the campaign. Victrix is a new legion, raised by Consul Lucullus, specifically for this campaign.
The men are young and lack experience, I'm sorry to say.
Ah, but they are eager to fight and make names for themselves, my friend. Don't underestimate the value of that.
Ah, yes. Orestes is the one every Legionarius looks to in battle, but I am the one they come to in camp. As the longest-serving member of this Legion, it is my responsibility to oversee construction work and look after the Legion's equipment. I will advise you on outfitting the Legion and improving things around the camp. We will make Legio Victrix the finest fighting force Rome has ever seen. That sounds like a job for your Primus Pilus.
Indeed. Please follow me. We will select a few worthy Centuriones to lead the Legion in battle.
At your service.
I have prepared a list of the most outstanding Legionari for you.
Salve.
We're a little bruised after the ambush, but Mytilene is poorly defended from a land assault. And this time, they won't catch us with our pants down. Such a display would certainly be good for morale. Let's plan our attack once we have the region under control. I will prepare the Legion to march on your orders.
Need something?
All quiet. Good day.
I just want to charge the walls of Mytilene and cut down every last Greek within that city.
If what I hear is true, you won't have to wait long. The higher-ups are planning a swift counterattack.
Which formation shall we use? Alicite hostes in infamatam medium accio. To engage the enemy. The enemy line is breaking. Equite Parte milites exultare.
At your service, Legate. Indeed you are. And it is the fastest promotion I've ever witnessed. Congratulations.
Domina. Being legatus places much responsibility on you. If we lose, even if it's due to bad luck, you will be responsible, not Fortuna. Good. But do not forget, a commander should always be ready for defeat.
What do you need? I am not. His foolishness cost us dearly. He did not deserve to survive. It was not only wrong, but also dumb. It led to too many unnecessary deaths. I am sure you will not repeat his mistakes.
I can't believe that idiot led us into an ambush like that.
Well, we won't have to deal with his crap anymore, at least.
That's close enough. What do you want?
Oh, hey, Legate. I've heard them talking about you. The hero of the Legion. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Spurius Kincius Carius, merchant extraordinaire and purveyor of wondrous items. I know that. In fact, I know all the important people in this Legion personally. Personal relations are most important when it comes to business. Oh, but enough of my pointless chatter. I'm sure you have important business to attend to. Tell me, how can I be of service? Whatever people are willing to pay for, and whatever I can provide. The best of food, medicine so potent even the dead may rise, and of course, the most delicious sowie money can buy. There's a matter of storage space, of course. More space means more wondrous items to stock, and possibly lower prices for my most loyal customers. You are obviously not familiar with the matters of commerce. Allow me to enlighten you. There are 3 things every merchant needs. Location, location, location.
Have you seen the new Legatus?
I have not. Have you?
It's weird there's been no formal introduction.
There's a lot going on right now. Are we? Shall we talk about how to improve our Legion's camp? In my opinion, we should start by establishing an armory. We'll need a smith to staff it, but we can deal with that once we have the necessary equipment. We should also get you some better furnishings. Minucius Thermus took most of his property with him when he relinquished his post. That's a good idea. Prima Italica could probably spare him. They have others in their camp who could take his position. Precisely. Later, I would advise you to establish a proper stockpile and build a workshop to outfit the Legion with siege equipment and such. For now, we just need to make sure we have someone who can forge a good sword. Well, it seems to me you are a more hands-on kind of commander than Thermus was. If you spend much time in the field, you'll need certain supplies. Peeler to throw, posca to drink, bandages for your Praetorian Guard. With the right improvements, we will be able to keep you well stocked. We must gain control of the resources necessary to construct and maintain these things. We need iron for an armory and probably lumber to furnish your tent. Either way, we will need a tannery. Unfortunately, Lesbos is a very small island without much in the way of these resources. Once we leave this island and begin to take back the mainland, deploy the Legion to capture mines, lumber mills, tanneries, or farms. Come and see me again when we control some of these resources. Then we can start the planning. As I've explained, we need the strategic resources first of all. Once we invade Asia Minor, we should have access to it.
Ugh. I would march into battle naked if it meant they could afford to feed us better.
To simple men, conquest seems trivial. You, on the other hand, recognize the intricacies of such an operation. Well said. Let's get to the matter set before us. We have encircled Mytilene, but we still need to take the city itself. Arquelao is an arrogant man, but nevertheless, a skillful general. It's a problem we occasionally face. It's a daring plan. If you succeed, we will save many legionari. As always, we are ready to march on your order, Legate. Our way, Legate. Morale has been better. Many legionari seem disillusioned by the progress of the war. But the situation is far from unsalvageable. I believe a few victories is all the men need to rally around your command. We're not at full strength, but we have enough men to get things done. If a battle awaits us, we will manage. Worse, the men we do have are not very experienced. We should not be fighting any battles in this state. I should also note that we have quite a lot of people injured from the recent fighting. As soon as they're back in action, we'll be in better shape.
It's the end for you, Arquelao. Yield, if you know what's good for you. Oh, great and terrible Romans, thank you ever so much for your mercy and consideration. I have been trembling in fear of your arrival. Should I fall on my knees and beg for my life? So, my fate is in your hands right now. And who told you it's fine to interrupt when the men are talking?
Watch your tongue! You're talking to the commander of Legio Witrix.
This young girl is barely fit to command a traveling band of jugglers. Did you really think you could challenge me here, of all the places? This is my island now. You are nothing but a nuisance. Is it truly, though? In your arrogance, you thought you could march through the gates of Mytilene and take its commander's head? Predictable and pathetic. You are at my mercy now, just as I planned it. After I kill you, I'm coming for your consul. by Zeus!
Stand still. I've got you.
Stand your ground! Let them come to us! Defensive formation, slow and steady.
I need assistance over here. You'll be fine. Come on.
beefing up?
Over here! Help!
There'll be time to bleed later.
not so bad.
Now do it again!
Splendid strike, very precise, it really hurts.
Over there! Advance!
Mars, take you all! Who's there? Get away from me! Mars, take you all!
I'd appreciate some help. Protected here. Be ready.
Alas, Athena, give me the strength to stop my foe.
I see them. Let's go.
I don't believe it. Defeated by a child. I have a wife and children.
The defenders are scattering! They know they're beat without Archelaus to command them. I don't think there's any danger of reinforcements. Shall we make our way back to Lucullus's camp and let the consul know the battle is won? Good idea. I'll wait here. Just let me know when you're ready to leave. Are you ready to leave? The consul will be proud. We fought like wolves today.
Congratulations, young woman. That was quite an impressive display of command proficiency and valor.
Be careful. Overconfidence may be as harmful as incompetence. Unfortunately, you will get to test your abilities again soon. They can run towards the east.
Cotter failed. The Pontic army has now laid siege to Chalcedon. The pirates will retreat to Asia to support their patron, Mithridates Megas.
We do not know. Mithridates' forces vastly outnumber Cotter's legion. We must transfer our troops to Asia and quickly subjugate the region. Hopefully, we will break the siege in time to save our fellow Romans.
When do we leave?
Make your preparations. We leave at dawn's first light.
At your service, Legate. Do you think it is time to celebrate? I have a jug of wine I've been saving for special occasions. It tastes terrible, but it should do the trick for now. There's no knowing for sure. The tales people tell of Mithridates Megas make him out to be a god. But honestly, I think with Lucullus commanding the legions, not even gods can stand in our way. Our need to save Cotter complicates matters, that much is true. But the greatest commanders see opportunity where others can only see misfortune. Don't waste this opportunity. It is unfortunate that our forces in Asia Minor have failed. But see it as an opportunity. Now we play a more prominent role. This is your chance to truly shine. Do not waste it.
Salve, my girl. Do you need anything?
That's close enough. What do you want?
Are we, Legate? I'm just a Legion blacksmith, not a magician. If you have something particular in mind, we'll talk. But I'm still as busy as I was before you were promoted. You'll have to leave one of your people with me to help out with your commissions. From what I hear, you barely have an anvil over there. Perhaps you should make sure you have the tools I'd need. Then I'll consider it. A bunch of Balatronés, I'd say. I've known that man since he was a little runt. Watch yourself around Caeso. He's honest to a fault. Too much honesty may be dangerous. Don't get me started. Maybe you can get it into his skull that I can't forge a battle scythe. There is no such thing, by Vulcan. That half-senile fool was your mentor. That explains a lot. Between you and me, I'd keep my eye on him. Full of surprises, that kid. Full of surprises. Fine. Need something else?
What do you need? It was to be expected. I am content, but a bit disappointed. It was easy and not interesting enough. But mostly because there's no crowd to cheer for us. Without an audience, victory feels hollow. I am looking forward to fighting again. And I am looking forward to having my feet firmly planted on soil again, too. Then let us see to it that this journey is finished as soon as possible.
Domina, you are a gifted commander. I am sure this will only be the first of your many conquests. It is easy to get drunk on the fumes of victory. Please do not forget why you are doing this. Ah, home. It's a beautiful and ancient land, but no one can truly know it. This campaign will be a test of your capabilities. You must be ready for anything. Asia Minor may look beautiful and inviting, But do not be deceived. Tartarus is not too far away from the Elysium.
With Carter's fleet defeated, it will take some time to move the legions into Asia.
We should relocate Legio Witrix first. Your legionari have been sitting idle too long, Consul. They're just about put down roots.
Agreed. The task of picking our path to Chalcedon will be up to you. Scout ahead with the speculatores, then use Victrix to pacify the province. I will follow with Legio Prima Italica to help you hold the territory you take. Pontus has invaded Asia before. Carter was made proconsul to keep Mithridates from making another attempt. Something is different this time. Pontus has support among the local population. We have to treat Asia as hostile territory. King Mithridates has been building bridges with them for years, while exploiting the rift between the factions of the Senate. It is excellent statecraft.
They are traitors, the lot of them.
Crucify them. Let their deaths serve as an example for the rest.
The rebels know our tactics, and they won't be afraid to fight dirty. We shouldn't underestimate them.
The bulk of Mithridates' army is besieging Kazikos, the only city in Asia that resisted him. With his local allies, he is too great a force for us to face. If you can discover a way to turn the other regions here against Mithridates, and make them withdraw their forces from the siege, that would aid us greatly.
What about the traitor? The one who lured the Legion into Arquelao's ambush? He should be killed, like the cockroach he is.
Good that you mention it. I believe we may have found him. A centurion called Cassius. He probably had help. Jumping to conclusions is unproductive. But I suspect he's working for Vitellius Skywiller.
Forgive me, Domine, but what makes you think so?
It's merely a suspicion. We shall talk about this later. He has been missing since the ambush, but a local fisherman admitted to taking him to the mainland. He speaks the local language and had family in Lesbos. Not precisely, but it appears he was originally from Troas. I would say it's a safe bet you'll find him somewhere in that region. Remember, he's no use to us dead. Visit me in my legion's camp when you have questioned him.
If we're talking about interrogating spies, Calidus should be part of this. Where is he?
Seasick? On this short crossing? I have stepped in puddles of water with more current than this.
This is not the time to talk about that! I will not. Unless you want me to be sick all over your person. Of all people, I assumed you would understand why I had to lie. I just wanted to give you a little more time to earn my trust. Don't give me that overbearing tone. All the obstacles I faced, I conquered as a man. The only tricky part was not being found out.
It's about time you two met.
I would never have asked you to lie to the consul on my behalf. He has been crucial in helping me maintain the deception.
Callida had more than proven her worth by the time she revealed the truth to me. It was her actions that gave me the idea to hide you among the Legion as well.
For a spy, your disguise wasn't very convincing. But our little group is already led by a woman, so I figured, what's the harm in adding another?
By all the gods, you are a great woman.
Ah, wonderful. It's turning into a whole thing.
When this war is over, I will court you. You and I will produce strong children.
I will attempt to take that as a compliment. I really am sorry I had to lie to you all. If you can find it in your hearts to forgive me, I will be honest with you from now on. You too, Legate. Truly.
You have every right to feel betrayed. But I want you to keep Julia Callida in your contubernium. Militarily, you're an irreplaceable asset together.
For what it's worth, I want to stay.
I'll leave you two to catch up. I have an invasion to plan.